Hey everyone. This week I'm actually thinking of doing something a little different. In honor of X-Men Days of Future Past being released on Friday, I was actually thinking of doing a review of an X-Men film each day. So today I'm actually going to go in chronological order with the films. So today we'll be starting off with X-Men First Class. Um, I gotta say, from this may be a kind of biased review because this might actually be my favorite X-Men film. Main reason for that being, I feel like with Magneto and Professor X in the original trilogy of films, we we kind of got a sense of who they were, but they were kind of ciphers where we didn't necessarily get a whole lot of character development on their end. We had one that was the personification of evil, as it were, and the other the sort of wheelchair Zen master. And I really, really loved the period setting in this film. The fact that it was kind of set against the backdrop of the civil rights movement, and in addition to that, you got some fantastic performances out of Michael Fassbender as a younger Magneto and James McAvoy as a younger Professor X. Granted, all the rest of the new cast is perfectly fine with Nicholas Hoult as Beast. Um, Obviously Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique, who often often quite good and everything. So she's always been very consistent. If I had one complaint about the film, I I have always kind of felt that this may sound like kind of a shallow, uh, I guess kind of a shallow criticism, but it's it's sort of lacking in terms of action. One thing I definitely can say for the other X Men films, I never feel like they were short on physical action. This film is very much like a character study and is very dialogue driven, and the dialogue in here and the character progression, character development we get is all really good. But I do feel like where Matthew Vaughn has always been such a great director of action. We get a couple of really great set pieces towards the end, but up until then, I do feel like we could have had some action, sort of birthed out of the plot, but some more action to, I guess, kind of propel things along, because there is a point where you do feel things start to slow down. But I mean, overall, it's definitely up there. It's often up there with X2 as the best X-Men film, and I would definitely have to agree with that. I mean, I'll obviously be giving my thoughts on X2 later this week, but um, it is kind of a push and pull. There's very great qualities about both films, but for my money, this is the best X-Men film. But yeah, overall, I highly highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it yet, there's very few people I know that haven't seen it, but if you want to get into the X Men films, or for some odd reason you've seen the first three films but haven't seen First Class for fear that it wasn't going to be good, believe me, it is. There's there's very few, though this may not technically be a prequels that are actually halfway decent. But anyway, I will be back tomorrow with a review of the first film, release wise, X Men. So thanks.